Am I here? Sorry for being late. God, that's a strong coffee. Whew. Anyways, welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a professional tarot card reading from a haunted house in a creepy graveyard, from a haunted chick like me with really, really, really cute dogs. I have no idea where they are. They're probably with Grandpire. Watching some kind of political something on TV and eating apples. So today I've got yes, no, maybe, so, sometimes, why kind of free questions, as well as you've got the paid readings. It's Taco Tuesday. Get your $5 taco box in. You can also get the upgrade, the $6 taco box. You get 4 questions. You even get a channeled message if you would like one from a loved one, or one that's passed on, a spirit guide, through a tarot card, a poem, or a song. Go ahead and check out the description. Everything you need to know is there. I'm good. I'm good, Iman. How are you doing today? Hey, Bernie. Welcome to the Chammy. He texted you this month, or can we communicate? So I think last night Spirit said he would. But let's go ahead and see what the energy is today. Okay, sweetheart. Spirit, what does Iman need to know about that? Hey, Leslin girl. How are you, sweetheart? Spirit, what does Leslin girl need to know about that too? So we're going to talk to her today about Leslin girl's man Randolph, and we're going to talk to you, Spirit, today about Iman's question regarding Gregory. Spirit, will Gregory text Iman or communicate in the not too distant future? Today or into the not too distant future? Oh, I hate when these cards fall on the floor. Yeah. Okay, so you got the Judgment card. Clearly decide what you want now, because yes, it is coming in, Iman. All right, sweetheart. Gregory's going to communicate with you. Spirit, Randolph, is Randolph mad at the person asking about him? Hey, Nelia, how are you, sweetheart? It's good to see you again. It's good to see you all again. Don't forget to like the live. Spirit, can you tell us what we need to know about Randolph? Yeah. So it's upright to me, okay, but towards you being the viewer, it would be reversed, so it would be a no. So I'm just going to ask Spirit. I'm going to check and see what the card is on the bottom of the deck, and let's just see what the card on the bottom of the deck is. So, yeah, I would say that he's not a happy bunny, but it's only because they love you. Only because they want that. They want what everybody else wants. They want what you want. They just don't know that they can have it, And I don't know enough about you guys, or I don't know what their limiting beliefs are, so I don't know. All I can intuitively say is that, yeah, they're mad at you, dear. But you can fix it through loving actions, loving words, loving responses to them and yourself, okay? Self-care is self-love. So keep me updated. I'm here for you guys, gals. You're welcome, Amelia. It's good to see you too. I'll be doing more regular afternoon lives, so stay tuned. There's going to be a lot of fun changes in the not too distant future here. Let's see what you need to know about that, dear. Spirit, what does Anelia need to know about little sister coming to visit? Yes or no, Spirit? Yes or no? Spirit says it's very highly likely. Your parents feel that it would be good for you to have someone near you or for you to be near them. So it's very highly likely. In the Hermit card, your sister seems to be looking for some enlightenment in her life and comfort in that enlightenment. Let me turn this off. I'm just going to put the chat on mute for just a moment so I can listen to a song on the YouTube channel that I have up on the other window. So I'll just be gone for a moment. I just need to hear a few minutes of it. It won't take long. All right, I'm back. Hey, Ari, how are you, sweetheart? How's your day been? Anybody call you about getting a job? Not trying to sound like your mom. I'm not even old enough to be your mom, but just saying that in a friendly way, okay? Oh, I wish you'd get the job at Burlington. I want you to be at someplace clean, like where even if you might have to wipe counters down or cash registers or bathroom mirrors or whatever, at least you're not working in that cooking environment with a bunch of pervs. Being ex Hooters girl, ex Waffle House witch, and Dunkin' Donuts bitch. You'll get it. You'll get it. Spirit, what does she need to know about the job offer from Burlington? Will she get it after the interview? Spirit says, yes, it is meant for you. Spirit could even be saying, yes, this is the kind of job that is meant for you. Maybe try Hot Topic. Oh, good. Lots of job interviews. Isn't it fun? Wish I could get one scheduled. You might like Dunkin'. I liked the Dunkin' morning shift because um, it was progressive. It wasn't a lot of standing around and doing nothing and cleaning up after. I mean, it was cleaning up, but it wasn't like, everything comes in fresh in the morning or on a specific day. It'll come in fresh maybe every other day. I don't know about now. Things may be different at each Dunkin' Donuts, but I know the one that I worked in, everything came in fresh 6 a.m., 7 a.m., put it in the, fill everything up. Um, you'd cook the food, serve the people, make their coffee. It's like there was little to no cooking, little to no smelling cooking. Yeah, you smell food all day, but A, you don't come home smelling bad. B, you don't come home feeling like real gross because you've been around cooking all kinds of food all day, all kinds of grease, all kinds of drunks, all kinds of people. People are coming to Dunkin' Donuts for one thing or to a coffee shop for one thing. They want some peace of mind. They want their coffee and they want their breakfast or their treats or whatever. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a lot like an ice cream shop. There's nothing that you're cooking. What are retail jobs paying? Just curious where you're at. Excuse me. I hated that. Uh, 275 an hour or 225 an hour. That's what it was here in Georgia. 225 an hour in tips. 5.25 an hour in tips. $7 at some places plus tips, depending on what you're doing. Excuse me. Well, if you get the job at Dunkin', save me some fresh French crullers. Those are my favorite. Of course, Sophie, you can ask any time, honey. Okay, let me see what you need to know about Danny. Oh, Danny boy. Spirit, what does Sophie need to know about the message she sent? Did he like it? Did her man like it? To hear from her. I'm doing great, Sophie. I'm floating today. And I haven't stopped floating. I'm going to keep floating. So float with me. We all float down here. Spirit, what does she need to know? What does Sophie need to know about her man, Danny? And it feels good. It feels pretty good. So, yes, you got a couple of cards. He did like what you said. Whatever you said to him gave him some encouragement, some courage, some strength. Yeah. Whatever you said to him helped him feel a bit stronger and a lot stronger, a lot comforted. Something, whatever it was, made him feel pretty powerful here. And this justice and the strength card. Okay, he did like it very much. I think some cuddles are in order for you guys soon. Really, retail jobs are not paying as much as the food industry. Interesting. They're making it impossible for people to rent, even if you have the money to do it. They're making it impossible. Like if you, I mean, it's almost like everyone's making it impossible for anyone to do anything. Like I don't want to be feeling like this all the time, Ari. And I do feel like this, and I know you probably feel like this too. Or I'm sure pretty much a lot of people could relate to what I'm saying. But you've got the funds to live in a home and show the person that you're renting from, look, this is pretty much it. And instead of taking my responsibility into account and my integrity to show my responsibility with my finances and my life, it starts to turn into, how I feel so bad for you. How do you live off of that much money a month? Feel bad for me. Why? I've got a roof over my head. I have food in my belly and in my fridge, and everyone who lives with me is happy. We just need a place to live. I'm really tired of being in the hands of the state, and I'm tired of being abused by the system, with the legal system in regards to renting here, and being abused by my slumlord. He cussed me out the other day over a tweet. And tried to tell me that all my neighbors were emailing him and calling him and complaining about it. And I'm like, that's ridiculous, because all my neighbors are my friends. They would just say, hey, can we help you with your tree? Hold on, the dog is choking. What's going on? What are you doing? What is going on? Okay, what has happened? Come here, mommy. Quit eating your paw. Quit eating your paw. But yeah, so sit down, talk to the people about renting places, and it turns into a fiasco of them not understanding how we survive on the amount of money that we make, and it's ridiculous. Well, who cares? You can see everything that's going on with the money and where it goes to. Just let me rent your house. So either they'll tell me things like, this is a big one that I've had to work on with manifesting a new home. Well, you don't make enough money to live here. You have to make 3 to 4 times the amount of the rent. So if the rent is 15, 17, 2,000, how can anyone make $8,000 a month? How can anyone make $5,000 a month by themselves? Most of the places wouldn't even take it into account the other funds that come in from the other people and then the whole thing with buying a house is like, all the homes are getting bought up by investors instead of families that really need them. So then you get this monopoly going of investors who own 10 houses on a street and they're empty because nobody can afford to spend or wants to spend all this money on their crappy house. Hey, Vishavi, how are you, dear? I don't know. I guess I'm Florida. I'm a Florida, Georgia, orange blossom peach orange blossom. So living in Florida, it was actually always pretty expensive. But it only fluctuated especially in the area that I grew up in, because it became even more touristy. It became so more built up in the Tampa, St. Petersburg, Clearwater area. I mean, this one guy who has a YouTube channel on some he just talks about the news, said that area, that Florida area, he didn't like it. Like, he thought that it was gross or something. But St. Petersburg was nice, but the rest of Florida was ugly, which means that he just must have gone to places that he didn't that were not beautiful, because there's so many beautiful places down there in Florida. And you're right, Ari. There are places that have some good prices to live down there. I don't know that I'd ever want to live down there. Maybe vacation, but I don't know about live down there again, because I spent the entirety of my lifetime growing up there, terrified for my life, because I was afraid I was going to get eaten by an animal. Yeah, you can get a reading, sweetheart. What kind of reading do you want? Everything you need to know is in the description. We've got free yes, no, maybe so questions today. We got the $5 taco box. You can get a $5 taco box on Tuesday. You can ask 3 questions, get 5 plus cards. You can also get a $6 taco box, which is 4 questions, and you get a channeled message from a loved one or a spirit guide through a tarot card, oracle card, poem, or song. Okay, what's your question, dear? Ask a different question, please. I don't need to. I mean, if you really want a card, I'll get you a card, but yeah, you can have that. I don't need to ask spirit. You can have it. Of course you can have it. What makes you think you can't? Yeah, I wouldn't want to live in South Florida. I wouldn't want to live in Florida at all, really. I don't want to have to worry about getting eaten by an animal or killed by one. I used to always go to summer camp, and they taught us archery, um, and I enjoyed learning archery, because if something was going to try to eat me, I was going to point my bow and arrow at it first, before running, at least. No, because I don't do those kind of questions, honey. I don't do government questions. I don't do university success questions. I don't need to give you a card on it. I just told you yes. So pick another question if you just have to have a card because you don't believe in me telling you that you can have this. Pick your poison. But I'm not going to pull a card for you on it. Sorry. I'm delivering you the message without having to consult spirit. I don't need to consult spirit, because spirit has already consulted me about this thing that you want, with interior design already being yours. Can't you just accept that? It's good stuff. Make it happen. Don't worry about getting there. It's about the climb there. It's about the journey. You're so welcome, sweetheart. Keep me updated. I'd like to know how you do with it. So, no legal, financial, no pregnancy, no exam passes, no school pre-K to 12K university, nor interview success questions. So, I don't really know what you're trying to ask. It kind of feels like one of those, but I don't need to know what you're trying to ask because Spirit already knows what you're trying to ask, and the answer is yes. Simple as that. Ruby, I'm so glad that you stopped eating your foot. What's going on with it? Let's check it out. Is it this one? Is that her baby? Okay. Let me get you a clipper. It's a little bit too long. You've got the Cardi B nails going on. Hey, Cicely, how are you? Welcome to the Chammy. I don't know where the box is with the nail clipper. I think I do, but I'm not sure, Ruby. Excuse me. Well, go ahead and ask something else, please. By you asking me if you will get the job, or if you've got the job, it's telling me that naturally you might feel like you will not get the job. So what's it going to be? I know it can be so difficult to really understand sometimes that there's nothing outside of you to give you what you want. Hi, Dizzy Stitches, welcome back, sweetheart. So Cicely, you want the job? It's yours. We're either in Barbados or we're not. You either believe in God or you don't. It's just like you are what you eat. What you expect, what you assume has no choice but to show up. So be careful with your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, your responses. Okay, you can get a free yes, no. But you can still ask a question, Cicely. Okay, I'll get to your questions in a moment. I'm going to take the dog back to the couch or see. Okay, well, I guess her foot's okay. I'm going to clip her nails when I get offline. Spirit, will Cicely's person come to visit them this year? Spirit's saying it doesn't look like right now that they are going to be coming to see you anytime in the not too distant future. All right. So maybe not right now, but they do want to. They do want to come and see you. It's just it might not be within the next few months. You're welcome, Cicely. Be safe. Keep me updated. Spirit, what does anybody need to know? Shiza, what's your question, dear? Don't forget to like the live, y'all. And thank you guys so much for subscribing to the channel. So what do we all need to know right now is the judgment card. Try not to be too hard on yourself or others. And some of you are probably going to fall in love at first sight here in the not too distant future. So keep that in mind. or someone has fallen in love with you, like love at first sight kind of energy with that Judgment card. Will H come back to Shiza? Not if you don't believe in it. Reverse lovers. So what are you telling yourself about you? What are you telling yourself about them? What are you telling yourself about the situation? Think about it. If you want to talk about it, I'm here for you, okay? Because it is something you can have, just maybe not right now. It might not be the right time right now. But don't wait around for it. Expect it to work out, and you'll see it start to unfold little by little, like a birthday gift being unwrapped. Spirit, will she stay or will she go? Na, 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 na. Spirit, what does she need to know about that right now? Huh? Yes or no, will she stay or will she go? No. You want to go, but you might not go. Big fat no. Devil's asking you, what do you want? Do you want to go? Go. But no, you won't go. At least not today. You're not thinking you're going to go. You might change your mind tomorrow. And love might be the reason you change your mind. True love. Oh, I love it when he shows up. He's like, pow. And I don't believe in the devil, so at least not in the way that most people do. I usually take him out of my decks. I kept him in the Golden Girls deck because it's not a him, it's Blanche Devereaux from the Golden Girls. And often I forget to take this one out because I don't like to get the deck separated, as it's the first tarot deck I ever got. I like to keep it looking really nice and pretty. I don't want to lose any cards. Yeah, it was the devil card. Yeah. I also feel like that card's saying you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You don't have to lift a finger. Everything you want is right there in front of you. Is it about matching your frequency? No, I feel like it's really about being in the now, what you want to be. I grew up my whole life like wanting to play music. I wanted, to be a rock star. I wanted to write music and tour, and it felt like musical theater to me. It felt right. So, but I had so many ideas that were pushed on me and in my head by other musicians and bands in regards to their plight with their music, that I thought and felt that there was only one path. So I would constantly spend my time writing music and trying to figure out that path. And instead of just staying on the path of the most resistance, I stayed on the path of least resistance, which many people will tell you to stay on that path when you're manifesting. And if that seems easier, do it. Because sometimes I like to get back on the same path I like to be on. But I know that sometimes we'll get stuck in a place where, we keep taking that path of least resistance, and it leads you back into the abyss. And you're like, fuck my life. Which is the devil card? Yes, the Capricorn card is the devil card. You're right. I always like to think of the Capricorn as like a mermaid unicorn. You know, they're a little bit watery, they're a little bit earthy, they're a little bit mysterious, they're like a mythical beast, the Capricorn. Yeah, I could not believe the amount of money for a 3-bedroom house. I mean, I'll sleep on the floor in my human dog bed if I have to, anywhere in the house, as long as I have a roof over my head. But I certainly, when I move, I want the guys to have their own room because I cannot have them and their mess out in the living room or the rest of the house. I mean, they keep their rooms tidy, but still. Seems like Atlanta and Middle Tennessee have all gone California. Not all the girls here are from California, but the prices sure are. Yeah, then you have that problem where you've got homeowners who are renting, they want to rent their home out, but they want a certain price, or they don't want a certain price, because they're making so much more money taking applications to rent the house than really renting it out at the end of the day. And then you've got, this is especially happening in Middle Tennessee. I wouldn't doubt if it was happening here, but um, I mean, I see it happen when I go to look for another place to live. It's so there's so much discrimination, and if it's not what you look like, they're discriminating. It's what your bank account looks like that they're discriminating, or your age, or you know whatever excuse they can come up with. Um, but I've noticed that, back to the renters thing and the homeowners, there are also agents, like agencies that are real estate agents, and real estate businesses that offer homeowners a certain amount of money per month to allow them to occupy the home in regards to renting it for them. So it really gives homeowners an advantage to take their home and be like, well, I don't want to live here anymore. I want to live, well, on the beach somewhere else, or I want to be able to, I'm making more money than I would if I were to rent the house out. So we'll just keep doing the application scam, and we'll keep paying, and the real estate companies will keep paying the homeowners any amount of money they can to keep the house in their possession, to keep, getting all that money that they will both make at the end of the day, just not renting it out at all. It just being so I have noticed there are so many houses like that. And I'm wondering, where are all the families that could use these homes? It's complete greed. And I wasted $15,000 getting scammed, trying to buy a house and rent a new place in the last few years, including our savings. So I gave up, and I manifested staying here and changing it for the better. But that's what I needed so that I could keep doing what I'm doing and keep as much normalcy in my life instead of going back into a U-Haul. I can't go back into a U-Haul. Not with 3 dogs and a dad who's recovering from chemo. It's ridiculous. But yeah, Sophie, you're right. It's not cheap anymore. Anywhere, really. Who knew that traveling expenses, gas, um, applications, food, all these things stacked up. I've got 500 houses on my Zillow account that I've looked at, checked out, called about, written about, got scammed about, and it's just the same scam over and over and over again. I almost want to put like an advertisement out, like an ad out or something, and be like, seeking this type of home in this area. If you would like to meet and talk about it, meet me at this police precinct and we can talk about it. If you want to show me a home, we can have an officer escort us. So that's one thing that I did start doing with these rental properties throughout Georgia and Middle Tennessee. Can't trust anybody after losing all that money. I'm trying not to cry about it, actually. Hold on a minute. I got a phone call. I'm just going to put the chat on mute for a moment and take this phone call. I'm back. Hey, Ari. Oh my God, I have dog hair all over my shirt from cuddling Ruby. Shit. Fuck. Pardon my French. Zodiac sign do you think Scorpio would most in common with? Honestly, the astrological sign Cancer. In fact, the Scorpio is called the blue crab for a reason and depicted on many cards as a blue lobster. In fact, this the Scorpio shows up on the moon card, which is directly, when you get that card, that's all talking about that astrological sign Cancer and Scorpio. Let me get it for you. You want to know she'll look for you this year? Okay. Spirit, what do they need to know about Susanna looking for them? Yes or no? What does Susanna need to know about this person looking for them this year? What does Spirit need to know? What do I need to know, Spirit? I mean, Spirit, what do we need to know? Yes or no? But yeah, Scorpio has, they're definitely compatible with Virgo or Capricorn. Yeah. So will they look for you this year? I think with romance, yes, but in general, no. I think with romance, they, they want to see you, they want to look down at you, but maybe you don't believe that they want that. But, this is a very romantic card. They do find each other under the moonlight. So if this is a romantic question, yes. If it's just a general kind of not romantic question, then no, not in the not too distant future, not yet. But it doesn't mean they won't. They'll come around. The more that you are expecting it, the more you will see them show up. Okay, sweetheart? Keep me updated. Thank you so much for the like. Hey, Agent Smith, how are you, dear? I'm just doing the chat's on a mute because I'm doing a private reading. How have you been? Hope you had a good day. Welcome back to the Chammy. So I'm probably going to just put it back on mute for the next few minutes while I finish up this reading. Thanks, Agent Smith. Thanks so much for coming by and hanging out. I appreciate it. It's been fun. Cool. Yay. I'm having an awesome day too. I'm floating. I'll be right back. I'm going to finish up her reading. It'll only take a few minutes. I think they even made it's so stupid. I think they made me like mute the music. Um, so I don't know why. It's like it's weird for me to see classical music that's hundreds of years old with a copyright. It really is very weird to me. All right, you have fun. I'm almost done with her reading. I just wanted to comment on what you said about the movie. Have a good day. Be safe. I'll be back in a little bit to do the free collective message, and then I'm going to go for a walk. Gosh, and I have to clean up the stuff I've been trying to pack and repack. That's been kind of crazy today. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming by and liking the live. Thanks for the spirit message. Okay. Hi, Peanut. The live is just on mute because I'm doing a private reading for somebody. But if you want to ask a free yes or no question, feel free to. Or if you want to get a reading, everything you need to know, Peanut, is in the description. Yeah, that movie's awesome. I'd like to watch it again. Peanut, I usually do a free collective message for anyone and everyone who comes by the live, maybe gets a reading, doesn't get a reading, finds us when we're not live. So when I do these lives and you get the notification from your subscription, um, if the live isn't frozen at the end, that means there's going to be a free collective message. So maybe come back later. I'll be doing the free collective message pretty soon here once I wrap up this private reading. All right, I'm back. Cat daddies and chickadees. Oh, not for long. An ad has been inserted. All right, let's do this free collective message and get the hell out of here because I want to go for a walk. All right, Spirit, what do we need to know about the not too distant future tonight, today, the not too distant future, into tomorrow? Anything we need to know that's important? So, judgment card. We got this earlier when I was just messing around with cards on what we needed to know. Is it love at first sight? Love at first sight with something new that you want to do, something exciting you want to have happen? Is it something that you've never tried before, but you want to try it despite how different it might feel or be? Loving choices, loving responses, loving answers, not being too harsh about the wants and needs. Don't let it mangle your mind. Don't worry about all the steps you've got to get to where you're going, because wherever you go, there you are. And there's nothing outside of you to give it to yourself. Not every tower is a falling down tower moment. What I do love about this tower is that the door is open and closed at the same time, but it's still there so that you can escape. But it doesn't always have to be this difficult, Spirit says. So remember, self-care, self-love. Be good to yourself with your thoughts. I'll be back in a little bit, okay? Kala Nikta. Be safe.